Hey everyone, welcome to this shortwave radio channel, and we're going to examine on different signals. We're going to start with a good one, WCBS 880 kHz New York, between what is a CCradio CCradio 2E and a Sangean ATS909X2. So we'll be switching between one and the other. It's up to you guys to see what you think. One thing that I did observe is that the S meter of the Sangean and the S meter of the CCradio seem to really be in their own little world. So don't look at that meter much. I would say listen to the signal instead. It'll be a much better indication of what could be happening here on this the signal here. So here we go. WCBS 880 kHz New York on CCradio CCradio 2E.
And he says it could be months before we see single-digit positivity rates on Long Island.
What could happen is that we do see declines, but we don't ever get to the same place as we have before. Like we don't see those, summer days where there were only, 50 cases or something.
And Dr. Josh Miller, medical director of diabetes care at Stony Brook Medicine, tells me a new study shows children are being diagnosed with diabetes months after they had COVID.
COVID binds to cells in the pancreas, making patients less able to make insulin, for instance, from the pancreas, and insulin is a hormone that controls blood sugar. The other hypothesis is that inflammation from getting COVID-19 also causes insulin resistance and might impact the pancreas as well.
On the Island, Sophia Hall, WCBS News Radio 880.
In a medical first, doctors say they have transplanted a pig's heart into a human patient in a last-ditch effort to save his life. I'm Peter King. Doctors at the University of Maryland Medical Center say 3 days after surgery, the patient is doing well. They say it's highly experimental, and while it's too soon to know just how well it will work and for how long, it shows that heart from a genetically modified animal can function in the human body without being immediately rejected. Patient is 57-year-old David Bennett, a dying man who is ineligible for a human heart transplant. In a statement issued by the university, he says, "It was either die or do this transplant. I want to live. I know it's a shot in the dark, but it's my last choice." Peter King, CBS News.
And now let's move to the Sangean ATS909X2 on WCBS 880 kHz.
Your favorite hits from that decade. Search for the 60s on the Odyssey app to listen, plus get other music stations, news, sports, and podcasts.
Radio.com is now Odyssey.
Odyssey is your new home for all the audio that matters to you.
All the music,
All the sports,
all the news.
and all the podcasts.
AUDACY. Odyssey.
WCBS News Time, 7:38. Traffic and weather together on the 8th. Sponsored by Mark's Panache. In our traffic center, here's Greg Rice.
Well, one down, one to go in Queens. The one that's gone is on the southbound Van Wyck before Kennedy Airport. They got rid of that broken down car, and a lot of the traffic, too, is just a bit bunched up now in pockets from Hillside Avenue. That's it. Eastbound side of the Jackie Robinson Parkway after Forest Park Drive. That's an accident that's going to slow you down pretty much back to Brooklyn at this hour. In Brooklyn, B2E still bad either way to the Brooklyn Bridge. Blame it all on that long-term pattern that leaves only 2 lanes open. But we're in that nice time in Jersey right now where rush hour is over and overnight construction isn't causing an issue. So the New Jersey Turnpike, the Garden State Parkway, everything's doing just fine right now. Westbound Staten Island Expressway over Richmond Avenue, right at the exit ramp, you got a broken down truck. Looks like part of that right lane going to be knocked out of service. Savvy business owners and families turn to the professionals at Mark's Panache for tax, accounting, and comprehensive advisory services. Customized services, their hallmark, because at Mark's Panache, your success is personal. Learn more at markspanache.com. Already cold out there, frigid weather on the way. Let's head over to the weather center now. Meteorologist Isaac Longley.
Well, let's bring in very chilly tonight. There can be a few flurries around early, otherwise partly cloudy, low 16 with wind chills into the single digits. Only 19 wind chills as low as the single digits. And for tomorrow night, the air is partly cloudy and quite cold, low 17 in Midtown, closer to 10 degrees across the
we have a deep fade. Let's move back to the CCradio 2E with WCBS 880 kHz signal.
In New York, 27 degrees. The wind chill is 19. WCBS News Time 740. A number of survivors of yesterday's fire in the Bronx are sharing their stories about getting out alive. Our Sean Adams has been talking with them.
Karen DeJesus was seized by fear, panic, and the powerful instinct to survive. Her third-floor apartment is down the hall from where the fire started.
I can see the flames. I can see the flames. I can see the smoke and everything, you know, and coming into my apartment. Okay. You're being trapped somewhere. You're sleeping on the fire escape. Next thing I know, I heard the firemen breaking my door. They were breaking my door, and then they came in to get me my granddaughter.
Out the window and down a ladder they went to safety. She's grateful and sad.
I'm sorry for all of my neighbors that didn't make it. I'm sorry for my neighbors that are still in the hospital fighting for their life. This was crazy. This was so scary.
A special word of thanks to the firefighters who rescued her family.
I appreciate them. I appreciate them.
In the Tremont section of the Bronx, Sean Adams, WCBS News Radio 880.
Meanwhile, donations are pouring in to help families who lost homes and loved ones in the fire.
The Gambian Youth Organization, headquartered just a few blocks from the Twin Parks high-rise, blew past its initial goal of $20,000 on its GoFundMe page. As of Monday evening, it had raised more than $500,000.
We want to assure residents of...
See here, there's an interference from some kind of device that appeared here.
Vanessa Gibson. The headquarters itself has also been receiving carloads of clothes, food, and toiletries. Gibson and other elected officials are promising long-term...
We will guarantee you will have a permanent home, whether it's here at Twin Park or elsewhere in the Bronx.
The city is running a service center nearby at Monroe College, offering food, housing assistance, and mental health support. In the Fordham Heights section of the Bronx, Steve Burns, WCBS News Radio 880.
Let's update the numbers on that GoFundMe page for the fire victims. $612,445. WCBS News Time 742.
Changing the world, one life at a time.
So did the ophthalmologist for my eye exam. He says, what are you doing? And I told him about the oxygenation. He said, well, whatever you're doing, keep it up. Every year I go in to see my doctor. She says, whatever I'm doing, it's working.
And now,
Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. So
My primary doctor, she couldn't get over how much better.
let's go back one last time to the Sangean ATS-909X2 on the WCBS signal, 880 kHz.
It's been phenomenal.
Get a wide variety of all your daily recommended servings of whole fruits and vegetables without having to leave your home. Right now, Balance of Nature is offering free shipping and 35% off on any new preferred order. Call 1-800-246-8751 or go to balanceofnature.com and use discount code ALLNEW. 40 days up to 40 pounds. Say it with me, 40 days up to 40 pounds. That's how much you could lose when you join NJ Diet. Because NJ only takes 40 days to lose 20 to 40 pounds. Bioenergetically personalized supplements based on your hair, saliva, and blood work. Then, NJ Diet uses DNA testing to create your ideal diet plan and workout regimen to help you keep it off for the rest of your life. 40 days up to 40 pounds to be a real thing. Natural, no shots, no hormones, no... With live online video consultation, visit njdiet.com or call 855-5NJ-DIET. That's 855-5NJ-DIET. 40 days up to 40 pounds. 40 days up to 70% of the Fortune 100 choose Zoom. With phones, chats, workspaces, apps, events, and video in a single platform.
sorry. Looking at bandwidths. There's definitely a strong
diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds.
Strong interference coming in now.
50-year-old male, maybe a bit beefy, or even with type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Affordable term life insurance is out there. Call Term Provider and...
So it is interesting to see both radios. Both perform well, I think. What happens is that the CC2E has very rich audio, which is interesting. But the Sangean is also very nice. It's interesting how the indication of the signal level is never very high on the Sangean. Doesn't even go to halfway up the scale. Still, it's very good. And on the CCradio 2E, I think the signal indication is useless. It jumps up and down. Doesn't indicate anything. And that is a shame for a radio like that. It doesn't really represent whatever. You gotta listen. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I think the best thing you can do is listen to the signal. So, anyways, what do you guys think? Sorry for the second half of the video. Somebody in the neighborhood turned on something that started buzzing in the radio at their frequency. Hopefully, we'll have a few more videos that show off something else that doesn't have that interference in it, or maybe it will go away. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe and give me your opinion in the description below.